Alright, Shalom. First and foremost, I want to start off by giving all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, by Hashem, Yahweh Shai, by Hashem Rahakwadash. Double honors unto the apostles and the elders of the great millstone who taught us this truth. And Shalom also to the Akim pushing his word in sincerity and in truth. And to the speckled bird across the four corners of the world, and to the few sisters who are listening to you, I say Shalom. Lord will, this be an edifying lesson. And we're doing an in transit while I drive, and I was trying to find the topic for a lesson, and I couldn't think of anything, right? So I asked my wife, and she said, I asked her what is the favorite things, what is one of her favorite things that she likes to talk about when I talk about the Lord, and she said the kingdom. So without further ado, let's get right into it. One of my favorite scriptures to go into so that people understand the magnitude of what the kingdom is going to be like is Isaiah 64:4. So let me get that scripture real quick. This is Isaiah. Let me get it real quick. This is Isaiah 64:4. It says, "For since the beginning of the world, men have not heard, nor perceived by the ear, neither has the eye seen, O God, beside thee, what he has prepared for him that waiteth for him." So no man has heard nor perceived by the ear, or has seen with their own eyes what the Lord has prepared for his servants. Because when the Lord actually comes and brings the kingdom upon the earth, it's going to blow the expectations beyond anything what we could perceive with this earthly mind. The Lord, the magnitude of what the kingdom is going to be like is going to far exceed whatever we could actually think of. The Lord said that for for gold, iron, it says right here in Isaiah, it says Isaiah 16:17. It says, "For brass I will bring gold, and for iron I will bring silver." It says, "For brass I will bring gold, and for iron I will bring silver, and for wood brass, and for stones iron. I will also make thine officers peace, and thine exactors righteousness." So when the Lord actually comes and brings, and we start building up the kingdom, man, he said that for brass he's gonna bring gold. Gold is just gonna be in mass amounts, right? So when you put that into perspective, hey, when you go into Revelation 21 and 21, it gives you it describes what the kingdom is gonna be like, right? So let me get that as well. This is Revelation. Let me get it real quick. Revelation 21 and 21, it says, "And the 12 gates were 12 pearls, and Salaki, this is Revelation 21:21. It says, "And the 12 gates were 12 pearls. Every several gate was of one pearl, and the street of the city was pure gold, as it were transparent glass." So when we're actually in the kingdom, and Lord will we make it, man, the kingdom is gonna far exceed what we actually could picture, and the scriptures only give you the details, man. To actually be in the kingdom is gonna be a different it's gonna be a different level. It's gonna be on a whole different level. It says that the streets of the city are gonna be pure gold, as it were transparent glass. That's how beautiful the kingdom is gonna be, man. And when you go above that, it describes all the different beautiful crystals and things of the earth that the kingdom is gonna be decorated with. It says right here, I'm gonna start off at verse 18 and go up. This is Revelation 21 and 18. It says, "And the building of the wall of it was of jasper, and the city was pure gold, like unto clear glass." So the city is gonna be pure gold, man. Think about that. Right now that we're in Babylon the Great, aka so-called America, we live in ghettos, we live in houses made of brick, houses made of cement, so on and so forth. We live, in bogus ass neighborhoods, ghettos. We live in blocks. We live in, places where we can't really enjoy what the Lord intended life to be. But in the kingdom, everything is gonna be different, man. We're gonna have a city made of pure gold. We're gonna actually have our own land, our own cattle, our own actual valuable wealth, because wealth isn't money. Wealth isn't a fiat currency, a dollar. Wealth is actually gold, silver, cattle, houses, land. That's actual wealth. So when we get into the kingdom, man, it's gonna be way different than what the type of life that we're living in America. It says, and the foundations of the wall of the city were garnished with all manner of precious stones. Can you imagine that? The walls of the city are gonna be garnished with all types of precious stones. And then it goes to describe what type of stones is gonna be. It says the first foundation was jasper, the second sapphire, the third chalcedony, the fourth an emerald, the fifth sardonyx, the sixth sardius, the seventh chrysolite, the eighth beryl, the ninth topaz, the 10th chrysoprasus, the 11th jacinth, and the 12th an amethyst, man. So can you even picture that? Can you picture a city made of pure gold with walls decorated with all those beautiful crystals, man? That's gonna and when we actually get inside the kingdom, it's gonna be way different than the magnitude of what we actually have, what the Lord has in store for us, man. It's beautiful, man. Well, one thing is to read the scriptures, but another thing is the fact that we're actually gonna partake in this, Lord willing, right? The kingdom is gonna be beautiful, man. It says, and it's gonna be a kingdom that's gonna be everlasting. It's not just gonna be, we're just gonna get the kingdom for a little time period and so on and so forth. Nah, man, it's gonna be forever. It says, matter of fact, another scripture I want to get, because, hey, right now, since the earth is in the power of Esau right now, everything is in the power of Esau, everything is wicked. The earth is failing. The life as we know it, the trees, the water, the skies, the earth, everything is languishing, man. It's getting weaker and weaker. But the Lord said that He's gonna make everything new. He's gonna basically refresh the earth, man. Make everything new. And when He does that, everything is gonna return back to its glory, to how the Lord intended this place to be. This is Isaiah 51:3. It says, for the Lord shall comfort Zion, He will comfort all her waste places, and He will make her wilderness like Eden, and her desert like the garden of the Lord. So even the wilderness, everything that you see right now, man, everything that's destroyed by this, concrete jungle through the Industrial Revolution, and everything, all the pollution that has gone out throughout the whole earth, man, everything is going to return to its beauty, man. It's going to be like the Garden of Eden. Everything is going to grow beautifully, man. You're going to see cities of gold, a city of gold with walls that have all these precious stones, and you're going to see a beautiful garden, man. Beautiful trees. You're going to see actual life. It's not just going to be, concrete jungles, man. It's going to be beautiful. And then on top of that, when you keep reading, it says, joy and gladness shall be found therein, thanksgiving and the voice of melody, man. So it's gonna be, everything is gonna be in harmony. Everything is gonna be harmonious. Just, it's gonna be the whole opposite of Babylon the Great, man. Matter of fact, when you go into Isaiah the 11th chapter, it says this. Let me see. It says Isaiah 11:6, the wolf also shall dwell with the lamb, and the leopard shall lie down with the kid, and the calf and the young lion and the fatling together, and the little child shall lead them. It says, and the cow and the bear shall feed, their young ones shall lie down together, and the lion shall eat straw like the ox. Can you imagine that, man? All these animals, lions and an ox and a bear and a lamb and the wolf, all lying down together in peace. Because think about it, man. On this side, you have these animals, you have the prey and the predator fighting to survive in the wilderness, killing each other just to survive. But in the kingdom, man, the earth is going to be in peace. Even the animals are going to be in peace, man. It's not just us that's going to be in peace, but the animals are going to be in peace, man. They're going to see they're going to be able to enjoy the life as well. Right? It says and the suckling child, that means babies, man. Babies. And the suckling child shall play on the hole of the asp, and the weaned child shall put his hand on the cockatrice's den. Man, our children are going to be playing with these animals, man. Man, when you put everything into perspective, life is going to be totally different than what life is like on this side, man. Over here, you know, you have brothers that have, you know, little houses, you know, brothers that have, you know, lived in basements their whole life. You know, brothers that have lived in really small houses, that haven't really moved from place to place, right? On the flip side, you might have brothers that, you know, have lived in big houses, so on and so forth. But even brothers that have lived in big houses, the kingdom is gonna exceed their expectations, man. Because the houses that we're gonna have, hey, the scripture says, in my father's house are many mansions, man. Salaki if I misquoted that scripture, but hey, in my father's house there are many mansions. We're gonna be ruling planets, man. It's not just gonna be right here, but we're gonna have our own planets. We're gonna be ruling the whole entire galaxy, man. You know, it's gonna be beautiful. So with that, Lord willing, this is an edifying lesson. I want to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahushai, Ba'ashem HaKadosh, Wa Abad Baba Shalom.